What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a Pilates for obliques workout at the beautiful Admiralty House Park in Bermuda. Incorporating oblique training into your routine will not only enhance your waistline, but it will improve your core stability and improve your posture. So when you're ready, please grab some water, grab your mat, and meet me at the top of it. And we're going to start with some head rolls to the left. You can clasp your hands behind you to open through the chest and stretch the shoulders. Focus on your Pilates breathing, which is in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel free to switch directions and take your head to the right. And open up nice through the chest. We're going to do some side bends, taking that right arm over the left side, left arm over the right side, warming up through the obliques, the muscles that we're going to be working. Lots of breath as you alternate from side to side. Try to reach a little further each time. Up and over, don't just collapse. This is a great stretch to wake up not only the back, but the obliques, particularly the external obliques, which are going to be the ones that we're targeting in this workout. So really focus on squeezing those muscles along the side of your torso. Come into another quick chest opener here, clasping the hands behind the back and looking up to the sky. Gently roll one vertebrae down at a time, walking your hands forward and making your way any way you can to the mat. We're going to do some seated side stretches now to work on activating those obliques even more. So same as before, when we were standing, reach up and over. Focus on connecting with those muscles along the side of your body and connect with your breath also. Inhale, center, and exhale, bend to the side. You can either place the hand on the ground or on your thigh, whichever is most comfortable for you. Make sure you're activating through your core, squeezing nice and tight to make sure that this is a very slow and controlled movement. You shouldn't be flopping around. A few more here. And take those hands in front of you, clasp them, and look to the ground, hollowing out through the back. And then place them on the ground behind you and open through the chest. And we've got a few more stretches left. We're going to come down onto our backs and take our legs into a tabletop position, knees at 90 degrees, and windshield wipers side to side. Again, slow and controlled, squeezing your abs and your obliques. You can either let your knees tap or keep them suspended in the air like I'm doing. Awesome, so here's how the workout's going to go. We're going to do different sets of between 2 to 4 exercises, and we're going to repeat them twice. So first set is chest lift with rotation, and then toe reaches. So bring your hands behind your head and squeeze up into a crunch / chest lift, squeezing, and just barely letting your shoulders touch down at the end. Keep going here, we've got 10 of them, and then we're going to come into a chest lift with rotation. So instead of dropping all the way down, you're going to pause at the top of the movement, and you're going to squeeze and twist to the left and squeeze and to the right. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, center. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, center. Don't cheat and let your head and shoulders come back down to the mat. Keep everything nice and high. And then last exercise, you're going to reach your hands long and try to touch your toes one at a time, alternating, squeezing the side of your torso, activating your obliques. And you've got 10 here too. A couple more. And hug your knees to your chest. Set 2. First, we're going to come into a full plank and hold here for a few seconds. Just activate, connect, push away the ground. Don't let your body droop. And from here, we're going to go into Spider-Man, so alternate. Bring your knee to your side of your body. You might have to watch this one first. Try to stay nice and tall and don't let your body drop. And really crunch to the side. Exhale, crunch, inhale, center. Good job, those are tough. Now drop down onto your forearms for a forearm plank, squeezing through your core, activating here for just a moment. And then we're going to come into hip dips. So alternate from side to side, just a light tap on each side. Did you see those fish just jump? Again, this is another one. It really helps if you sync your breath with the movement. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale. All right, good job. That's set 1 and 2. Now we're going to repeat those once more. First though, I'm going to come into a couple more side bends, just to give myself a breather between the sets. Now's a good time to have some water. Look for more jumping fish. All right, when you're ready, roll back down to your back, and we're going to come into those chest lifts again. Inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, squeeze up as far as you can, lowering down very slowly. Controlled movements is key here. Good job, got a couple more here. And now we're going to come into the chest lifts with rotation. So twist at the top of your movement from side to side. Try to keep your head as far as you can off the mat. And really try to reach that elbow up and forward. Don't just twist to the side. Reach up and over. And then toe reaches, so alternate, try to touch those back of the heels. Good job, roll up, come into a full plank and hold. And now we've got 10 Spider-Mans. Remember to contract along the side of your body, activate along your torso, and exhale on the twist. I always do this one in the gym and I get really weird looks. And last one. Come on down now to a forearm plank and hold. Make sure you're really squeezing your abs. And now we've got 10 hip dips. So twist and exhale, inhale center. Twist, twist, just a very light tap. A couple more. And you can release back down. So we're going to do another quick bit of stretching before we go into the next couple sets of exercises. Come back down onto your back, tabletop position with your legs, arms out to the side, and windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Keep your knees at 90 degrees, and you can either lightly touch your knees on the ground or keep them up above like I'm doing here. Next up, we've got 2 more exercises. First, the tabletop crisscross, and then the regular crisscross. So knees in tabletop position, and you're going to bend up and over. This is much like a chest lift with a rotation, plus a toe tap. Keeping your knees at 90 degrees makes this a lot more challenging. And then we're going to come into regular crisscross. So instead of tapping, we're going to extend the leg. Try to connect the knee and the elbow, really reaching up and over. And last one. Relax down. Going right into our next set, which is ab circles. Legs up to the sky or in tabletop position, hands to the back of the head, and circle. Really squeeze at the top, reach at the top as high as you can go without pulling on the neck. And when you've done 10, we're going to switch to the other side. Two more, and leave those feet where they are. Hands clasped behind you. And we're going to reach, just like with the toe reaches, reach to either side, squeezing the side of the body. Exhale, reach, inhale, center. Good job, a little bit further, and relax down. You can take a long stretch here if you feel like it. Have a sip of water and come back into tabletop position because we're going to repeat those 2 sets one more time. Inhale and bring the legs up to tabletop position. Bring your hands behind your head, inhale to prepare, and exhale, twist, up and over. Try to reach a little further each time. Awesome, hopefully you're doing better this time around. And now we're gonna come into the full crisscross, so extend your legs straight. If this is too much, you can always just revert back to the crisscross in tabletop that we did first. We got a few more here, this one's killer, and relax down. Okay, bring those legs long up to the sky, hands behind the head again, and ab circles. So pick a direction and do 10 in that direction. Really squeeze, try to get up as high as you can with each revolution. And then switch to the other side. Again, you can keep your legs straight or drop them down into tabletop if you are tight through the back of your legs. Good, and then last exercise of this set is the patty cake. Hands extended out in front of you and alternate side to side, squeezing the side of your body. And 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, phew, that part kills me. Ab circles are really hard for me for some reason, I don't know. But anyway, give yourself a few seconds here as a breather. You can extend your legs long as a straight leg stretch if you'd like. Guide the leg up and over to the side of your body to stretch through your glute. And then switch legs, guiding this leg up and over to the other side and stretching through the other glute. Cool, so next set. So next up we've got leg circles, 10 on each side, and then alternating straight leg toe reaches and pendulums. So come back down onto your forearms and take your legs around in a big circle. The bigger the circle, the more difficult this move. You're free to make just a tiny circle at the top. If you're having trouble extending your legs straight, that's okay. You can also keep your knees bent. As with all things in Pilates, this is about quality of movement, and you should be really focusing on squeezing and controlling the movement. Keep your gaze up to the sky and make sure your neck doesn't kink. Try to keep a long spine. When you've done 10, switch to the other direction. Last couple here, and come back down onto your back. I decided to throw in a couple stretches here just to make sure everything's loose and limber. Take a starfish pose and alternate, trying to touch your left hand with your right leg, your right hand with your left leg. As far up on the leg as you can, whether it's your foot, your shin, wherever you're at, it's cool. Exhale to touch and inhale back down. Last move in this set will be pendulum, so legs back up to the sky. So sort of combining the last couple movements, we're going to reach up and try to touch our toes while we drop our legs from side to side. The further you drop your legs, the harder this is. Last one, and come back down. Hug your knees to your chest. You can rock back and forth a little bit. Grab some water or take 10 windshield wipers. By now you should be old hand at this. Just tap and twist. The last few here, and when you're ready, come up into a seated position and then into boat pose. So shins parallel to the ground, arms out in front of you, and then into prayer position, we're going to take a row. Pretend like you're rowing a boat. Twisting through the waist, everything else should be stationary. Core nice and tight, shins still parallel to the ground. And from here we're going to open into a twist. If this is too much, just leave the legs parallel to the ground. They don't have to open. This is a very advanced move. Try to pause for a moment at the extent of the twist. That's the hardest part. And last one. Release back down. Good job. Take a few side bends to catch your breath. Up and over with the exhale and inhale center. Exhale, reach. Clasp your hands in front of you again, hollowing out through the back. And we're going to run through those last 2 sets one more time each. So onto your forearms, legs up to the sky, and leg circles, 10 on each side. Adjust the circle size so that this movement is challenging for you. Don't compromise the quality just because you're trying to make your circle larger. It should only be as much as you can control. And when you've done 10, switch to the other direction. Last few here. Come on down to your back. Assume starfish position and alternating toe taps with straight legs. Squeezing the side and releasing down. Squeeze, release. Last exercise in this set is the pendulum. So take the legs straight or tabletop, arms extended, and drop the legs from side to side, reaching up and trying to touch those pinky toes. Don't let your energy wane, you're almost done here. Release down, take a moment to breathe, and come up into boat pose for 10 rows. So row from side to side, try to press down with the back elbow as far as you can. And then our final move here is the twist. So open with the legs as you reach and open with the arms. Again, looking to the back shoulder. If this is too much, keep your legs still and just open with the arms. You can see I'm getting out of sync here. I was really beat. Awesome. Take a couple of side bends, grab some water. We've only got a few more exercises left. We're going to go into a side plank series and finish with a few more exercises on each side. So come onto one forearm, pop up into plank, and we're just going to hold here for a few seconds. Squeeze your core, no drooping here, and we're going to come into 10 hip dips. So just release down and squeeze back up. You should just barely touch the mat. Don't collapse, keep nice and strong. Press away with that forearm. And 10, reach your arm up to the sky and then twist like threading a needle through the hole. Squeeze the obliques and then release. Squeeze and release. Remember, don't let your butt droop. Keep your body in a nice long straight line. Last one, and come on down, switching over to the other side. Coming up onto that forearm into a side plank and holding. And then 10 hip dips. Just lowering a little bit, doesn't have to be that much, and squeezing to the top again. The size of this mat just cracks me up. I don't know who this is for, but it's clearly too short for normal people. Last exercise, we got those 10 twists, reaching arm up and then threading through the hole. You should be shaking by now. I know I was. All right, the end is in sight. Last couple here. And then release yourself down to the mat. That is the end of the workout portion of this video. And now I go into some stretches just to stay loose and limber. Plus, it was a beautiful day. Doing some side bends here like we started with, hand on the ground or on your thigh. You can place both hands on the ground for an added back stretch as you see I'm doing here. Or just stick with the regular, or grab some water. Come into a seated spinal twist, placing one hand on your knee and looking up and over that back shoulder. Releasing the center and exhaling, looking over the other shoulder, placing the opposite hand on the opposite knee. Extend those legs long and come into a seated spinal twist, Pilates style, arms outstretched, and I'm doing 2 pulses looking over the back shoulder, sitting up nice and tall. Try to extend up toward the sky with the top of the head. Release to center and reach up and over your legs, extending into a forward fold as far as you can reach, however far that is. Let yourself breathe here. Maybe sit up tall into a flat back and then fold forward again into a forward fold. Pointing the feet, flexing the feet, whatever feels good. Open your legs now to a V and we're going to take a saw. Similar to a spinal twist, but we're reaching up and over past that pinky toe. 2 pulses on each side. Exhale, exhale, inhale center, and exhale, exhale. We've got a couple more here. Do what feels good as always. If you want to take some different stretches, feel free to do that. Really hope you enjoyed this video. I know I had fun filming it. Leave me a comment below with what you enjoyed the most, which exercise was the toughest, and thanks for checking out my channel. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!